So in between videos there, we went back to Good Springs, and I actually talked to Chet since our antics have turned the clock and his stock was resupplied. So I got a little bit more energy cells, sold some of my garbage, freed up our inventory. Um, Obviously Eddie is working, that's sort of where we ended off last episode. And now we're back here in Nipton, and a couple of these houses have laser rifles in them. Holy crap, he freaking wrecked me. I'm not sure if I had full HP before that, but he pretty much hit me once, I think. And I'm gonna have to watch out because, yes, okay. Yeah, like I said, or a couple of these houses have a laser rifle in them. One of them has it in the bathtub for sure. And that house is booby-trapped to the power of 9. So, okay, maybe it's in this bathtub? I don't know. What do I know? Well, at least we have a bed here so we can sleep and get all that HP back. And we don't have the lockpick skill for that. But there's some leather armor here, and I guess we'll take that. Inventory's all freed back up, so take a look in here. We got a revolver, some more armor. Oh, and also we have Eddie with us now too, like I just said. So we can give him some stuff to carry. He can be our pack meal on top of helping us survive. But I always forget which house it is. Like, it's a real... The house which has all the booby traps in it is very obvious. Like, there's barbed wire outside of it and stuff, so for some reason I always have a little bit of difficulty spotting it, even though it's, like, very, very much so out in the open. It's not this one, but I just kind of want to peek my head in here. Anyways, if anybody out there is watching this video, there will probably be a couple people who end up watching it. But yeah, mostly just my friends will end up catching these videos if they have the time. But the people who have seen some of my Fallout stuff before know I always start them and never finish them. The last time I started, this is the house. The last time I started a Fallout 3 Let's Play, I actually got pretty far into it, I think. I think I was about 20 episodes in. I was probably around level 15-ish. Oh, okay, I accidentally did that. But we didn't get hit. Yeah, I got pretty far into it, but the videos weren't getting a lot of views. Some of them, like, I think there was a couple that even got 0, and like the next one would get 1, so people would just kind of like, you know, skip, and I just... They took forever to upload, and I probably had another 6 or 7 episodes ready to upload, but I don't know, I guess I kind of just got tired of it, so I stopped uploading them. But the reason, oh my gosh, I'm being dumb here, I don't mean to walk into that, like I saw it right there. The reason I kind of thought to do this one is because, I mean, I have tons of times, I love the game, but the reason it kind of hit me to do one lately, because I've never done one for New Vegas, I think. It's always been Fallout 3 that I started and stopped, is because, I mean, the title of this is How to Destroy New Vegas, so, you know, I think I'm pretty good at this game. Like, you know, I do well, though, you know, being skilled at Fallout isn't really something that is by any means impressive. And there's a cat scratching right now. Trying to make noise to get her to stop. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna die. Oh no! Oh. See? That's me being really dumb. That's our first death. That didn't have to happen. That was just me being a straight dumbass. I forget what triggers that thing to open, but whatever. Let's try to do a better job at this time. Yeah, my cat is just meowing too, like constantly. anyways, yeah, the thing that triggered me to do this, to finally get back to the freaking point, my mind's all over the place here, because she's just, like, constantly meowing. I don't know what the heck she wants. Is I was talking to a friend, and we've had this conversation so many times, but he is of the mindset that Fallout 3 is a much better game, and the DLC, and this specifically is what we always talk about, is that he thinks the Fallout 3 DLC is way better. And he hasn't even played all the New Vegas DLC. He played Old World Blues and Dead Money, I'm pretty sure. He likes Old World Blues, but he played Dead Money first, and because that left like a bad taste in his mouth, he just, you know, and it's like, oh yeah, no, the Fallout New Vegas DLC sucks because I don't like Dead Money. And Dead Money is an awesome DLC. It took me quite a few tries to get into it and enjoy it, but I feel like I'm pretty good at that DLC. I think a lot of people have trouble with it, so I think at the very least, I want to get far enough. I want to get far enough to do that DLC, or, you know, what I consider a good level and having the proper skills. Almost as just to, like, so when I upload it, you know, I'll make a playlist of that and send him the link to show him that it's a fun DLC, it's not hard, and that it's super worth it. So if that means that eventually I stop recording these episodes because I just don't have time to, or, you know, just something else gets in the way, or I get distracted, or I stop having fun excuse me, I stop having fun at some point with it, then, maybe I'll just, you know, play it in my free time, and instead of recording, I'll stop recording, and then maybe I'll show up 12, like, levels later of having done, you know, a good amount of quests, and then ready to go into the Dead Money DLC, because I think at the very least, I want to do that. So this will just kind of serve as the opening to that. But I'd really like to go through all of it, because, like I said, I've played the heck out of New Vegas, and I think I'm pretty good at it, and besides accidentally stepping all over those traps that I knew were there, I think it should be a pretty decent run, and I love using energy weapons. They're super fun, super powerful. So, if we could just get the cursor right. And my cat, who is meowing constantly, is now sitting on my lap. Kinda screwing around a little bit. Okay, so Eddie's kinda got shit aim. And yeah, I'm not even sure if it's freaking worth it. This guy's strafing over there. Okay, 18 experience. I was hoping that'd be more. Because we still don't have a lot of ammo, but we're getting pretty close to the point where we're gonna be getting a recharger rifle, and even just straight up start to see it's Legion mongrels. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I was hoping those weren't dogs, because sometimes dogs are a little annoying to fight. But yeah, getting close to the point where energy weapons are going to start becoming better, and we'll have more ammo, and we won't have to snipe people with laser pistols anymore. And this is the point here. One of the reasons, actually, that I'm running so low on ammo is because, like I've already said, I'm just, like, going crazy with pulling the trigger. And I'm also not using my melee weapons. Like, I tagged that at the beginning, but I've been putting almost no points into it. And I should start putting points into it, because I just picked that up, Chopper, which is a really good melee weapon. And, you know, I'm level 4 or 5 right now, and I already got it, so... yeah, I really should start using those more, because I'd be saving a lot of ammo that way. Like, even dealing with those rad scorpions earlier on, I could have done it, you know, if I just played it right. Would have took a little bit longer, but whatever. Oh, and the other thing I did was changed my character's hair color a little bit. I made it darker. I feel like it was pretty close to blonde, and I prefer a closer to brown color. So not really much of a difference there at all. Like, I'm doubting anybody of the few people who will ever watch this, yeah, would notice that, but I was going to sort of screw around the face a little bit, but yeah, I just said forget it. Because I'll spend way too much time. There are times where I spend more, like I'll spend more time on a character's face than I do ever playing that character. In this and Skyrim and Fallout 3, and I think even the first time I played Oblivion, which I could never get through Oblivion myself. It's just not for me. I don't know. There's just one thing that was so weird about that game for me was like the first thing I tried to do when I played that game, I was like, oh my god, the characters look so ugly. Like, this is ridiculous. I need to find a good mod, a nice good like face texture mod. Like, there's got to be something great out there because of how, you know, popular this game is and how many people play it. Like, there's got to be somebody who's, you know, had the same complaint as me. But I couldn't find anything that I liked. So I ended up just turning on God mode for that game and trying to run through it like that, just so I could like see the story, because I don't even really know the story of that game, but I love Skyrim, so I just wanted to, you know, give another Elder Scrolls game a shot. But couldn't do it. Just got bored of it. And usually these Viper gunslingers here, by the way, are alive when we get to them. But the Legion took care of them pretty quick, because they are pretty powerful. And at one point, and there's more of them over there, by the way, but they're armed to the teeth, so I do have Eddie though, so I don't know. If Eddie would do a better job of tanking in this situation, I'd probably fight them. But for right now, with limited ammo, I'll pass up on that. Ranger Station Charlie. Yeah, we're almost level 6. And one thing I'm not used to, since, oh my goodness, it's been a while since I played this game. A cat just knocked over my tower of Rubik's Cubes. One thing I'm not used to is one of the mods I install is perk every level, just because, I don't know, it's like changes the pace of the game, and obviously it makes your character way more overpowered. But usually I have mods on that make the game more difficult, so it balances out. And you know, I like screwing around with the perks and trying new things. So with this time, because I'm trying to make a pretty powerful character, I'll stick to the pretty obvious choices for perks. I'm not going to be choosing anything really wacky, I guess. Because 25 perks isn't a whole lot, though through killing and completing challenges and doing quests, we will end up with a lot of perks. So even though you don't get one every level, you'll still end up getting more than you would in a game like Fallout 3, with all the DLC installed, that is. But here we are in NOVAC. Should have had that away the entire time. I don't know what that sounded like just now, but my cat on my lap just I'm using like a headset microphone here, so she just like up and swung at the mic, and she stuck her claw in the little pop filter thing that's on it. She's really interested in it. She's staring up at it constantly. This is Jeannie May. Jeannie May Crawford. She's a dick, and we're gonna get her assassinated soon, but we'll get there when we get there. We haven't met yet, Jeannie May. What is this place? She's looking up at it again to take another swing. I just kind of lean back. Where can I get some supplies?
Go see Cliff
Go see Cliff Briscoe at the Dino D light. Thank you, Jeannie May. Thank you. Then we'll get hidden, and we'll come and pick her safe here, which we aren't supposed to do yet, sort of, but as you can see, we have what's called a bill of sale here. And right right off the gate, you know, Jeannie Mae's a whore because she has that bill of sale. She sold somebody off, helped orchestrate it, and for that she's going to die. But we want to talk to her first because
how you doing?
Over here, our boy Cliff
Welcome
Briscoe,
to the Dino.
we talked to him, we're like, hey, Jeannie Mae sent me.
Bless her. Seems like every traveler I get in here tells me the same thing. They see the sign and think, gift shop? That's just too good to be true. But Jeannie Mae always points them back in my direction. Well, a friend of Jeannie's is a friend of mine, and my friends get a discount at my store.
Well, she's not a friend, we'll accept the discount. So, what do you sell here? So that's why we talked to Jeannie Mae. We just want the friggin' discount. We're using her. What about supplies? Do you sell those? I'd like to see what you got for sale.
Sure thing. Have a look.
Sure thing. So he's got microfusion cells, which are great, but we don't really need them right now. So we're going to take a look at what he has in his weapons, and this is a great gun. Infinite ammo. It just recharges on itself. It's one of them types of guns, but too much money right now. And we could get this Plasma Defender, which we have enough money for, but it also consumes 2 ammo per shot, which just at this point, once again, isn't worth it. Yeah, he has nothing here that's going to be worth it for us, unfortunately. So instead, we'll just use him to free up some inventory space, which is good enough. Get rid of the service rifle. Okay. See ya. And then the next thing we'll do is, once we're hidden, take his shit. Oops. I don't know why I'm stealing the bobby pins. I'm never gonna like need the extra bobby pins. I'll never run out. Now I'll run out because I said that. Maybe in the DLCs or something I might run out, like in Dead Money where they take that stuff away. But as you can see, Cliff sees us open his door that was locked. We close the door. We take his gun. We open the door. He's staring back at us. He's like, "Oh, hey, you again." We close the door. He's none the wiser.
Come on in.
Welcome, come on in, he says. We still have our discount. Many of our guests. We could talk to this guy. Actually, let's talk to this guy.
What's going on, man?
Looking for a man in a checker
Sure, I know.
coat. Sure, I know him. What do you want? He's got a score to settle.
Doesn't surprise me. Well, listen. Maybe we can...
I think you need confirm bachelor, maybe. I thought I could do it with Lady Killer. Or Lady Killer? Whatever the one is that I have 10% damage bonus and unique dialogue choices. Goodbye. Yeah, maybe it's the confirmed bachelor, but you can pass a dialogue check thing, and he'll tell you where to go. Otherwise, he's going to send you on one of the most boring quests of all time, in my personal opinion. Though we'll still do it just because it's worth it. Then we're not going to do it alone. So first things first. Let's wait 9 hours. Or maybe we'll cut it short. Maybe at 10. Yeah, so this is the homie right here. Follow, follow, follow. And then he's here.
God damn it. Don't sneak up on me like that. Will you?
Just looking around. I want to check out the view. Just making friendly conversation. Holy shit, man. I don't see how it affects me. Why is that? So essentially, this guy's looking for romancers. He knows his wife, you know, was killed. But he just wants to know who in town helped do it or something like that. I mean, I've done this so many times, but I forget off the top of my head. What do I do if I find this person? See what I can do to help you out. So he's like, alright, somebody in town essentially helped get my wife killed. You know, they got her out of here. but I want to know who did it.
Welcome. Come on in.
So you have to help me, and he trusts you because you're just a stranger passing by through town. Whereas everybody else who lives here, he can't necessarily trust, because anybody who lives here could have helped do it. But since we already know that Jeannie May sold her off, since we already stole the bill of sale, then
I hope you're
we can immediately get things going without having to do all the other parts to the quest, which I forget because it's been so long. But we say, come with me, there's something you should see in front of the dinosaur. Okay, that's what you think. So this dummy is gonna come see what's in front of the dinosaur, and she's walking quick, but we'll help push her. Let's go, Jeannie May. And actually, kind of, one of the cool things about the companions in New Vegas is that once you get them, you get a perk, and then that perk can later on be upgraded. So before I continue with that thought, put on this. She gets killed. We still have our discount, take her key just for the heck of it. And now we return to Boone. But yeah, the companion's perks can be upgraded. In order to upgrade those perks, each companion has like a sort of a little hidden side quest for them. There's different things that can trigger these side quests. But essentially, you know, doing certain things with them and having them along with you for a certain amount of time, your companions will start to talk to you. And once again, spoiler alert, Boone's quest,
That's it then.
as you work with him, you find out that
Fine.
you find out that he's the one who killed his wife. He knew that the Legion kidnapped her, and I believe what it was is that the Legion were using her as a slave. And maybe she was like hanging on a cross already, or maybe he just knew that there was no way to get her out without going in there and essentially, you know, himself dying too. So he was just putting her out of her misery is the way he saw it, and he's the one who put the bullet in her head. But he just wanted to know here, you know, who sold her off to the Legion. So Jeannie May, freaking creep, is the one who did it. So get her killed, get her discount. That's the way of it. And we're gonna take Boone's first recon beret, plus 1% perception, which we don't need since we do have Eddie. So it's like, in a way, we have 10% perception, and just in terms of our radar. But the plus 1 perception is also going to give us a bit of a bonus to our skills for energy weapons, lockpick, that kind of stuff. Or lockpick, maybe it's science. I forget. Yeah, I think it's science. Or, I don't know. It's not science, because science is intelligence, but whatever, it doesn't matter. There's ammo crates in here. Yep. And this is the Repcon headquarters. Is that the name of it? No. I always forget the name of this building, because there's 2 Repcon buildings in this game, and one of them is where we get the Q35 matter modulator, which we'll get to soonish. The other one is where we do this terribly boring quest. And this is such a waste of time for me to be doing this. I don't know why I am, but oh well. Well. Waste of time to be doing this isn't grabbing all those stupid caps. Like, I don't know why I always do that. Let's just go. I think there's also a couple more ammo crates up there if you head up the ramp onto the overpass, but we'll just keep going. And now that we have Boone with us and his hunting rifle, help us pick off a lot of these enemies, which is epic. And a lot of people say Booner is the best companion. Nah. Raoul's the best companion. Freaking bar none. Raoul's such a homie. Like, when we get there, like, I mean, just, oh, he's so beast. Like, you gotta use Raoul if you're playing this game. What's the, okay. I was wondering if those robes, like, had any, what the effects were on them, because I figured, you know, maybe I'd mix it up, and instead of using the obvious choice, the Armored Vault 13 suit, you know, I'd use these robes, but if they don't have a bonus, then screw it. One thing I might do to change this up, just because, like I said, it's so obvious to use, like, the different armors we're going to see later on, like the medium armors especially. Even if you get the correct perks and stuff, light armors, I think I'll mix it up and use the power armor, because in this game, the power armor doesn't stand up that great, but, you know, it's something different, so I think I'll mix it up and do that later on, but that's still a while till we get there, so. Either way, we are going to be joining the Brotherhood, and we're going to do their quest line, get all that done, get the fancy power armor, and the power armor training, and it's going to be sick. We could even maybe do the Hellfire armor, or whatever the hell it's called. I think that armor, personally, sucks and looks ugly, even though it's the best armor in the game for power armor.
Over here.
Who are you? Alright, got it. Come fly with me. That'll be the end for this episode. We'll be back.